Well, let's get going. Boy.
And bless you and increase your number. Calves of your herds and the lambs of your to give you.
Take water for you and the horse. Go. The giant slayer will wed the princess. A new dawn in Israel.
Just watched a guy delivering messages announcing the wedding. I don't know why they chose to do the shot. Catch guy again.
Leave the weapons.
No fortunate the fires did not spread.
Fortunate. Our entire winter stock.
Philistines.
We killed their giant, but apparently not their spirit.
Who's we?
Without that grain, we could fall into famine before the spring. I suggest we tax the other tribes.
We'll not beg at anyone's feet. More weakness.
Starving people will do anything.
What about Edom?
The king is a bitter and vindictive man.
I will negotiate with them. This is one situation where my reckless and indulgent past may benefit us. Let's just say I once spent a memorable night in Edom with the king's closest advisor. Let me talk to him.
Go and try.
It's a really good brief moment because we've been seeing changes in Eshbal, but that shows that Saul has noticed them as well because this is a precarious situation and he doesn't hesitate. Just, yeah, all right, think you can do it. Go ahead. I'm going to trust in you, son. And that was completely different from what we saw in season 1. I don't know why my lights went back. They technically last for 7-8 years, but there's little hiccups after
Do not take
one.
up the cause of your mother with me.
No, I must. Queen deserves respect.
And what does a king deserve?
David was never meant to return from that mission, was he?
This was your mother's doing. Perhaps now you understand my actions.
Touche.
David has proven himself. He is now worthy of this family.
Sometimes I wonder if this family is worthy of him.
Like I said, I'm very interested in where they're going to go with this tension between Saul and Jonathan because they have been very close and on the same page. Now they're not. So it'll be interesting to see where the writers take it as far as handling it because Jonathan never leaves Saul and never stops fighting for him. So I don't know how this is going to manifest itself in the tension between the two of them. A little odd that she comes back here the next day. Like, didn't you go back the same day? All very specific reasons for that to have any significance.
What's happening to our family? What family?
I really like what they've been doing with Rob this season because it kind of like shows like the creation of a Circe type character, which is a lot of fun. I was getting real quiet today. I don't know why. Why are you so quiet? What's happening? Biking like crazy. Did I turn you down? I turned you down. You were almost off. Okay, that explains it. All right, the sound is back to a reasonable volume for you. I am sorry about that. I don't want to go back and record it. Suffer.
What is this one?
The digging of wells in the north.
Can they not dig wells themselves?
With your money, they can.
How much do shovels cost? I know there's time to, but it seems like something people would volunteer for. They kind of need the wells.
Do you fear to speak to your king?
No. Yet I long to speak to my friend. I'm concerned. No one can bring down the house of Saul, but Saul himself. What good is a king who gains the whole world, yet loses himself in the pursuit? Casting away Achinon, bringing in a servant into your bed.
Now she is my concubine. This is a king's right.
Not the king of Israel. Remember the man you were.
So like I said in the last episode, I think that is a mistake. I think that they should have shown people being okay with the multiple wives and everything because it would make it more palatable for when David does it because he does way more than just one concubine. He has hundreds. Maybe they're planning on just ignoring that. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. And maybe ignoring Micah and just having the infidelity with Bathsheba. I don't know what their plan is with the series. We will have to wait and see. But if they do have the multiple wives, having him be so against it and it saying it is not a thing that should be done in Israel really makes David's future decisions look in an extra bad light. If they had made the effort to say that everyone in this time was okay with it, that would have made it more easily accepted for this time period. I mean, they're all descended from Jacob, who had 2 wives and 2 concubines, so I don't think that he would really be that against it because the Ten Commandments, well, not the Ten Commandments, the law doesn't really say anything against it. This is something that God let us figure out for ourselves, that having more than one wife is bad.
I think you've won. Would you
No,
like
he's
some
still
good
standing.
news?
What kind of good news? No.
How long has it been?
Are you certain?
I'm a healer, Jonathan.
Shame he's gonna be crippled.
Oh, sorry.
It's not funny.
I will teach him how to ride horses and how to pick vegetables.
And if she's a girl?
Then I will do the same.
One thing I find fun, just as a production standpoint, is how both her and Dina, after they became princesses, they're not prettier. Dina's a little bit, but that's because there's like been effort put into it. But you can tell that their hair is done nicer, and their clothes are nicer, and their makeup is better, I guess, for lack of a better term. / they actually let you see that there is makeup. It's just a nice little touch to show that they are more cared for in their hygiene now than they used to be.
We will live a peaceful and quiet life.
Is it possible?
Once the crown is on David's head, yes.
Making this a little extra tragic by showing that this was Jonathan's hope.
I won't miss this place.
Hold your secrets.
This bath is a mikveh, a ritual immersion before marriage to honor this new beginning.
I literally have no idea what this ceremony is. I've never heard of it. I don't know if it's like a precursor to baptism or what, but I've never heard of what's going on here. I like how they film it, but I have no idea what this is. The flashbacks do show you that his beard is coming along better than you think it is.
You can't see me like this. I'm a mess.
I'm sorry.
Are you? I don't really see much of a difference. I guess your hair's less done, but I'm not positive about the timeline of this episode. So David got back like the day after Jonathan's party, so I don't know how long he had been married before that, and now his wife knows and is pregnant. So that would imply it's been a couple of weeks when we had, the delivery of all the messages, but he's only just now saying that he's sorry about what happened with her mother, because that's a long time to wait on that, David. Because this feels like weeks, honestly. I don't know. There's a little bit of confusion about the time progression from episode 6 to now. Heck, we don't even know how long it was between Jonathan's marriage and his feast, because it looked like he didn't even get a wedding night. If it was like the same day, is it possible for them to have had a kid already? If it was 2 days ago? I talked over a lot about it. I apologize. Basically, they're just, having lovey-dovey time and making it hurt a lot more when he cheats on her later. Although you're pretty sure that they're on the rocks at that point anyway, because they get really mad at each other, or she gets mad at him, and then he's like, whoa, that's uncalled for. See how they handle that as well. But she also says that she doesn't want them to have any secrets from each other because of that being what tore her parents apart. So I assume that means that she's going to be told about the anointing in the not too distant future. We'll see when that happens.
This is meant to take my mind off of the wedding.
Do you want to go back to sulking in the palace?
Yes, at least there is wine. Have you done this with my brother?
Ashbal doesn't need my help.
You have truly come to love him, haven't you?
He intrigues me, I intrigue him, and that is all that is required. You ready?
Talking awfully loudly.
Go.
Hello, AI dear. It's funny, you can kind of tell the difference between AI and just regular CGI.
What do we do?
What that is.
Down. I have to cut his throat, so look away if you must. Thank you for this gift, and let the blood return unto the earth and to you, Adonai.
I like that so much better than the bullcrap Avatar thing, where it's like, thank you, animal, for letting me kill you. No, the animal was against it. This is just, thank you, God, for letting me kill the deer. It makes more sense on a logical level. I know you may not think that it makes sense if you don't believe in God, but you have to admit that believing that the creator of the universe helps you get the deer makes more sense than the deer letting you shoot it. We only eat suicidal animals. It's fine. I'm not sure what that's about.
Rav was a good kill.
I'm assuming they did the research.
Death is never easy, but sacrifice brings new life. To accept this is how we move forward.
All I can think is, how are these women going to get this deer back by themselves?
We're here.
In case you forgot, he's the one that stabbed her father, and she remembers that. People tend to remember that kind of thing.
Meet me back at the palace.
But I didn't know how the two of them were going to get this deer back. Is Marav supposed to bring it back by herself?
Father of David.
Such a strong and determined son you have given me.
I have given nothing. David chose this for himself.
Have we met before?
At Gilgal, when Samuel crowned you king.
Do you know him?
I do not know him.
Do we really know anyone?
Last thing I would have imagined. It is not much of a moir, but it is all that I have.
I guess that means dowry.
Jesse, it is I who should be gifting you.
I've never been indebted to the throne. I have no wish to change that.
You have an unusual way of accepting gratitude.
I have lost a son in your service. Now I am losing another to a future that I never would have chosen for him.
This displeases you?
I will miss my sons.
Once again, it doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense. Like, I understand the whole making his other son fight because if they had just made a call out, he would not have let his son go. And kings can order and say, yes, I want every man, and you have to obey that. But in your service, the Philistines were trying to invade the country that you live in. I don't think that anyone would have that attitude. And also, like, Jesse, all of your sons are going to get married at some point. You don't have to get mad at your son's future father-in-law because he's getting married now. Good gosh. Like, I see what they're going for, that he was always against the king, but the things that he is annoyed about right now, they don't make a whole lot of sense. Once again, Jesse's writing is just, they knew what they wanted to do with him, but they didn't execute it very well.
Father, this is a celebration. Mark it as one.
Yes.
I like how Eliav plays it off like, yeah, my dad's kind of crazy. Woohoo! Please don't execute him. Yeah, he's letting them go outside of the city now, so he's learning. Deer and a dove. Woohoo! It is odd that we honestly have no idea what that
Go
says.
help in the garden.
Speaking of changes, she looks way more made up now. Not sure why they had that moment, but okay.
Edom will send 20 wagons of grain before Yom Torah. That and a small tithe from the tribes should see us through the winter.
A small tithe. Tithe can only be one size.
Father. The king of Edom would not offer this if there was not something in it for him.
The king intends to travel here shortly to discuss. He is also wise enough to recognize that we are much more powerful. He seemed eager to move on from old grievances.
I have underestimated you, my son.
I'm noticing now that Saul is taller than everybody. Just not as much taller as I wanted him to be. I know I complained about that in season 1.
May I have a moment with my sister?
It's actually a little jarring to see her with her hair down. I didn't realize how used to it being up I had become.
How long have we talked about this day? I couldn't miss it.
We didn't really have a thought that might not happen. I mean, I guess should have had a moment of Mikhail thinking that Merav wouldn't be there. If nothing else, because they're the royal family and they have to all be at these things together. Like Saul would have made her.
There.
Don't know what brides traditionally wore in this era of Israel.
Mother should be here.
She would probably want you to have this.
I know that she gave that to Merav, and so it has some significance to us via that, but I'm not sure what significance Mikhail would have for it, because we haven't seen it have any kind of a significance. It's like the ring inside the king and I, where the actors give it a lot of significance, but we don't understand what it is. Was this her favorite ring? What's the story here?
It's beautiful.
Now what are we going to do about that face?
Rouge. It's a makeup term, right? Having them in red and blue is a nice touch.
Where have you been?
A conversation for later.
There's blood in your hands.
Yes, I was hunting. I'm sorry.
Look at you.
You just try to see Abinadab and something else, because I really like the energy he brings to this character. I think she's their sister, but I still don't know. That's not what she was wearing earlier. More flowy. Also, there were some visible buttons that aren't there anymore.
My king, I have come into your house that you may give me your daughter Michal as my wife. May we be established in Gibeah and famous in Bethlehem and all the tributes of Israel. And may our children profess their loyalty to this kingdom and their love to Adonai for all eternity.
They're not gonna have any kids. So sad, because they also show her being really good with kids, and she's never gonna have any. Sad.
You will be my wife for all the time God affords us together.
Long may it be. Love you, David.
I love you, Michal.
Aww. Oh, Eliab smiled. Eliab smiled. Working on it. So, are they married now? Is that it? No, I now pronounce you or anything?
It is a beautiful ceremony.
It's a beautiful gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've received 5 of the same pot.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
My wife would have hated this. She hated the showers where people watched her open presents. She hates if somebody gives her a present in front of other people. Having a line of people present you with presents would have been her personal hell.
Why must you leave so early?
I have proudly witnessed your marriage, son. Now I must return to our flocks.
Thank you for coming all this way.
I think we both know how history will remember Saul. How will it remember you?
Mainly as the Giant Slayer.
I will pray for you, son. God above all, yes?
Of course.
I love you, son.
I love you, Father.
Do not let this place corrupt you, David.
David,
What is it you want, Adriel?
I'll remind you who cleared the path along the way. God gives you friends as well, does he not? You will need them, huh?
I know what you did. They were innocent.
And do you know who put the blade to his heart? Even the baby, your own brother, Eliav. There is much you do not know, my little shepherd boy.
And you expect me to reward you for this?
Or one word from me to Saul, and the next blood on the ground will be yours.
And what do you expect happens then, huh? When the king finds out you lied, they will be the last words to ever leave your mouth. I owe you nothing.
So, I believe I said this in my review of last season, that I saw a review on IMDb that somebody said, so what are we doing, turning the Bible into Game of Thrones now? And somebody wisely commented or replied to that and said, dude, have you read the Bible? It already is. One thing that they are kind of doing right now that I really like is it is very Game of Thrones-ish, where there's all these machinations and people working behind the throne and trying to come to power, and with a smaller cast, admittedly, but there is all of that political acumen and discussion going on here, and David is against all of it. He refuses to get into the muck with these people. He refuses to play the Game of Thrones like Ned Stark did. And we all know what happened to Ned Stark. He tried to do things the right way, and it got him killed. So what they're doing right now, even if they don't realize it, is they are setting up a story that is Game of Thrones-ish, but Ned is allowed to win because he has God on his side. The Game of Thrones world, George R. R. Martin has said some kind of nonsense that there's so many religions and they're all right inside of Game of Thrones, which... Is he aware that they contradict each other? Because that doesn't make any sense. But because of that, it's a very nihilistic view of things. There is no greater plan other than George's, and there is no providence. But in this world, there is. There is a God that is working behind the scenes to make David king, and because he is doing that, no one can stop him. And David knows that, so he has no desire or need to play these games. So in this moment, somebody is threatening his life and saying, look, and even thinking that he wants the throne, and all of this is his idea, and Adriel clearly does not have faith in God to be able to do this without his help. And David just knows, no, look, this wasn't even my choice. This was God's. God did this, and so he's going to do it. And it didn't matter if you did this horrible thing. I'm not going to reward you for doing a horrible thing, and I don't want anyone else doing a horrible thing, and I refuse to do a horrible thing. So this is kind of turning into Game of Thrones, but with morality as a virtue. And doing the right thing being rewarded because it exists in a world where that is the case. And it explains why that is the case. Because they're constantly talking about God and what he does and how he is in control. And you may not believe that this is historically accurate and all of this really happened, which, I mean, it's kind of limited on what we know exactly what happened. But they have created a world where all of that is true in this story's narrative. And given that explanation, if somebody like David has full faith that if he does what is right, God will work it out for his good, and God has promised him that he will do so, then somebody can take the high road and be moral and righteous and still come out on top. And that is the story that they're telling now. And I really like that, and I don't think that they're doing that on purpose. I think that that is just an outcome of the story that they have decided to tell, which goes into the idea that there is no need to tell a story with an agenda. Your worldview comes through in it, And the truth sometimes comes out inside of a story, even if you don't believe that truth.
I need to talk to you.
And his immediate response is to go and comfort his brother or try to say something to help him. Because now he understands.
I know what you did, what you were made to do.
Well, then you also know that there is nothing for us to talk about.
I like that he doesn't try to push it because he doesn't really know what to say.
Congratulations on your sister's special day. Although
doesn't make sense, but okay. Congratulations the brother of the bride.
David is just one more obstacle between you and the throne.
Oh, I was never destined for the throne. You're speaking to the wrong brother.
I see you for who you are. Ambition, fierceness, or the makings of a king.
I no longer drink wine.
You will want to drink when you hear this. David is not at all who he says he is.
I mean, he's never said he wasn't anointed. He just said he was a shepherd. And that was in fact true, so kind of curious what it is that he tells him. Because from that intro, it doesn't sound like he tells him the truth. One of the funny things about old cultures is how they would, like, literally escort people to their bedroom on their wedding night just to be like, yeah, they're about to have sex.
This outcast joined your household, comforted you with his music, married your daughter, and yet he never told you the truth. The prophet Samuel journeyed to his home. He was the cause of the very torment from which he was meant to comfort you. Think of it, Father. He slayed the giant. God has favored him in battle time after time.
Saul is really playing,
has been here in your house,
receiving this information very well.
the whole time.
I do not like Eshbal's blocking in this, however. The way he's moving is odd. I understand for the dramatic effect, but it doesn't seem like something he would actually do. Getting in his dad's face like that seems like an odd thing, A, for him to do, and time for him to do it.
I don't know who in the palace we can trust. In the woods, I've witnessed a man with a patch over one eye. It was the same man who killed my father. He was meeting with Doeg.
A conspiracy?
We have to go to the king now.
No. My father has been off balance lately. The smallest thing could set him off. And he'd never believe that about Doeg, not without proof.
I have proof. Read it. The Silos weren't burned by the Philistines and more attacks are planned.
You must leave this with me. Speak of it to no one.
I need to know what that said, given what she said. Did it say silo burning a success? Jews believe Philistines responsible? I guess that's possible. Await further instructions? I don't know. I want to know. I want to know the wording. Because that didn't look like a whole lot was written on that piece of paper.
No, I won't let this rest. I can't.
Dina, wash your hands. The bird blood is still there.
To fall in love with you. Sorry.
Until they got like close in each other's face, I legitimately did not see that coming. That was very surprising. And I think that's probably why they've kept what Eshbal is up to so close to the chest, so that you wouldn't know that was happening until now. But I will get into my thoughts on that later. But yeah, that actually surprised me. I was like, no, I liked her. That is a good touch too, having her see this. Yeah. Good choice. I do also like that Eshbal is not a cold-blooded killer right now. He seems more calculated and more in control, and this is showed. And no, he's still Eshbal, and some things. This was not something he wanted to do, and now he is rattled.
You killed her.
Yes.
It's not as simple as that.
Well, yeah, it is.
You murdered your wife. You murdered Dina.
Calm down.
I need to find Mother. I need to go. I need to
Stop! Remember, you asked me what happened while I was gone.
Well, okay, I want to go, but I really want to hear this.
The life that I knew ended. I emerged with a purpose.
Still, doesn't really explain what happened to you.
You burned down the Great Silo.
Yes.
No, not me personally, but planned it.
You had Mother crown you. You pushed me to marry David. To what end?
For all of us.
You've lost your mind.
I have finally found it. His kingdom is rotting under him, and if we do not act, we will lose everything. I'm going to build something new, something so much better. No one can know what you saw today.
Again, with the contrast, we showed David, who is not willing to do any of that stuff, and now we have Eshbal, who very much so is.
Dina stumbled into something bigger than her. But you are my sister, the other half of my soul. You are the only one who mourned my banishment.
I was really nervous this was going to go into gladiator territory. It hasn't so far. The thing that's interesting about what they've done here is I don't believe that he's acting. Well, I mean, the actor is acting, but I don't believe that Eshbal is acting. I believe that he is genuinely upset about this.
This is our enemy striking against us. If a princess could be killed within the castle walls...
simply walked past the guards.
I was maybe having this conversation here in front of
No one
Eshbal.
is responsible.
But is a good transition to this moment.
She pretended to be strong, but the death of her father affected her more than we knew. She often spoke about ending her own life.
She never told me this.
She was afraid that you would not love her in her weakness.
Once again, Merav is a very good actress. I like how she's playing this, like she's very cold and disconnected, because it shows that it's not correct. In my book, I wrote that when people are trying to act naturally, they forget how to act normally. And in this situation, yes, she could give this information, but she would also probably be very broken up about the death of her sister-in-law, who she had become kind of friends with. She should have let that out. So it does show that she is faking. I mean, we know that she's faking, but it's she's conveying it well with the performance.
I am so sorry, brother, more than you could ever know.
That was a good moment, because it's like, oh, does she have a plan now? Is she kind of on his side, but not fully? Oh gosh, he brought his harp to bed. That makes me judge him more than the whole Bathsheba incident.
The king calls for you. He needs to hear you play.
Is he unwell?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm not sure if Avner knows what's happening right now, why Saul is in a state.
There are many things that trouble the king. I'm sure seeing you will remedy them.
Yeah, in a way, maybe, I guess. Alright, Eshi, what are you up to? I don't think I've called him that before, that's fun. Eshi. I haven't been drinking, I swear.
It is you, isn't it? I loved you, trusted you, and still you betrayed me.
My king, I am loyal to you.
Loyal.
I really like this, because he's got a spear, he's got a sword, and he's got his full armor on, and it shows he's scared of David. It's a really subtle, cool touch, because David's been called with a harp in the middle of the night, and Saul still feels like he needs 2 weapons in his armor to survive this.
No more deception.
I don't have to see, Judge. Just never volunteered this information.
Choose you.
Never asked.
Please just sit down.
Did he choose you?
No.
Was I wrong?
God chose me.
So that's 2 episodes in a row where a lot happened. I have thoroughly enjoyed these last 2. I think that they were really, really good, and I enjoyed them a lot, and I'm very happy. With the whole conspiracy of Eshbal, I think I understand why they kept that close to their chest, so that there could be this plot twist with Dina. But I think that if we had known more throughout this process and this season about Eshbal, I think that could have helped make things feel like they were moving somewhere. Because, like I said, that was an issue with the first, the second, third, 4th episode, where it felt very meandery and wandery, and like we weren't really going anywhere. It was just showing David's life and what has been changing about it, and not really moving towards a goal, other than we knew that this moment happened eventually. But if we had known about the Eshbal conspiracy, and we had actually seen more moves being made towards that conspiracy, then that could have had us fearing what was to come a little bit more, and being on edge about what was going to come, and that would have helped make the season a little bit more cohesive. So I think that was a mistake on the writer's part. But that being said, these 2 episodes have been so good. I've really enjoyed them. I like that it ended on another cliffhanger, so I'm assuming I was right, and season 2 is going to end with David being on the run. That's a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see where it goes for season 3, if I'm right. That being said, I really liked it, and as far as the surprise of Dina's death, I think we could have dreaded it more. If we knew that she was kind of in danger, and also knowing for certain that Eshbal had something to do with her father's death. And it could have been really good if we wanted her to find that out. And then once she finally did, we're like, oh, good, now she knows. Wait, she doesn't know Eshbal was responsible. She just knows that there was a conspiracy involved, and now he's killed her. And knowing that she doesn't know the full story, and knowing that she's going to Eshbal, that whole scene could have been just really tense, and us dreading how it was going to end the entire time. And maybe if we had seen the relationship build a little bit more, hopeful that he wouldn't do it and try to explain himself, and maybe, I don't know, she'd turn him away or whatever. We would know that wasn't going to happen, but we could maybe hope that she would go onto his side so that she wouldn't die. That's the thing they could have done instead of the surprise and made us more okay with it. But I really can't complain too much. The whole episode was really good, and I liked just about every scene in it. There were a couple of things I just didn't understand as far as like the dunking. I mean, I was raised Baptist, so I know about that, but I don't know anything about it involving a marriage ceremony. And the wedding ceremony itself was actually it was very short. I'm not sure when they officially became married. Was it when they kissed? I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to episode 8, and I hope you'll join me. You'll see me next time if you subscribe. Bye.